All right, well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Saturday morning question and answer session for Team Reactive. If you have a question, I'm going to encourage you to, right beneath the screen here, to go ahead and type in the comment section what your question is, and we'd be more than happy to answer it. I also have a link here. If you did want to, if you're feeling brave and want to jump right in the Hangout, there's a link there. You do have to be signed in to a Google Plus account or a Gmail account to be able to be seen and heard. But again, if you're shy, I know a lot of people, it's Saturday. Hopefully you don't look as bad as I do, but it's casual Saturday, so I totally understand if you don't want to come on camera. Until we have some questions for today, I want to take a deeper dive into one of the questions that was asked before last Thursday's Hangout. Because again, we did run short on time, but there were some great questions that were posted by Rebecca Lee there, and a lot of them were with regards to the back office. So let me jump in and share my screen here, and let me make sure I'm in the right section first. Okay, let me share my screen. That way you don't have to look at me anymore. In my Saturday attire. All right, so hopefully you're able to see my screen here, and what you should be seeing is, and I'm going to turn down the stuff on my other thing because I want to make sure that we're streaming okay here. What you should be seeing is the login for the virtual office, or EVO, or enhanced virtual office. Now I'm using a test user account, if you will, that we have. So I'm going to use that information and click on login. Now, one of the first things I want to point out, though, before we jump into the reports, is the new sort of splash page that they have here. It's pretty neat. And if you haven't checked it out, I'm going to encourage you to click on some of these links. You can actually listen to the or get information rather on the InTouch call here. You can see the latest newsletter. You can click there, or if you want to look at the latest blog post, you can click there. Also, information on the Total Health 150 is there as well, so you can click there and learn more about that. And then there's a great compensation training video there. If you click on that link, and it has downloadable. It's got links to the downloadable comp plan brochure, and then the comp plan on one page, one sheet, so you can print those things out. They're fantastic. Now, also, there you see a link to the 2015 Envision conference as well. So again, check all these things out. I think this is a great idea to keep people up to date with all the great things that are going on. Okay, let me click on Continue to Virtual Office here. And as I'm here, I'm going to go back into the report section. And I want to talk today a little bit about the Director 300 Legs report. Okay, Director 300 Legs report. This is critical for those of you shooting for bronze, executive, and higher, because up until the rank of bronze, your qualifications are only dependent on the amount of volume in your lesser team leg, in your team structure, or the binary, if you will, right? To get to Director 300, you have to have 300 points of volume on the lesser team for the current commission week. To get to the rank of Director 700, you need 700 to get there. But starting at bronze, you do have a requirement of 2,000, okay, in your team structure. However, you also have a 2 Director 300 leg requirement as well. And for those of you who don't know how to see Director 300s, this is the report you would need to go into. Okay, so you can set it to look only for people that have a minimum of X amount of volume in their team leg. Okay, I'll put 50 there, and then you click on Show Report. 50 is the default, and I'm hoping this test account has folks here. Let me scroll down. Okay, so here's the people in the group. Now, again, this is a test account, so they don't have real volume data because they'd have to manually enter it every week. So, but just to give you an idea of what the report would look like. Now, there are a couple things. If there was someone who was a qualified Director 300 already, it would say yes here in this column. And you can sort on this column if you click on the headings, kind of like if you're familiar with, you know, a lot of the other standard Windows or Mac functionality. If you click on the head of the title, it will sort. The first time you click, it'll sort ascending. The second time you click, it'll sort descending. So it'll say no or yes, depending upon when you last clicked. Okay. And so you would click it to sort, let's say ascending from yes, or descending rather. So if you had like 3 Director 300 legs that were qualified, it would say yes here, yes, yes. Okay. So you want to get familiar with that ability to sort. Now, under associate count, this would tell you how many people in that person's group that had at least 50 PV of lesser team volume. Okay, so you could actually click on, in this case, this person says 0. Okay, so but if you clicked on the number, then you could actually see there would be people underneath this person and then their volumes to see who had at least 50 lesser team volume. Okay. Now, at a glance here, you can tell if the person is binary qualified, if they're active. Remember, active, I think we talked about that on Thursday. As long as they've personally purchased at least 100 PV worth of product within the last 30 days, okay, they're active. It's actually 5 commission weeks, but we basically, just for safety and for safe terminology or safe explanation, if you will, just say within the last 30 days. And if someone's on auto ship each month, they're automatically going to be qualified as long as they have at least 1 full case of auto ship. Now, it also includes customer volume. So let's say you had a couple of preferred customers that were getting at least 1 case of product, that would do it, okay, etc. So does not include associates, though, that you personally sponsor. I want to make that clear. So if you personally enroll an associate, that does not count as your PV because that's their PV, right? Whatever they order counts for their personal volume. So it's only customer purchases and your own personal purchases that comprise your personal volume requirement. Okay, now under this column here where it says binary qualified, again, just as a review, if you need to personally enroll 1 associate that's anywhere down the left side of your team structure, and you need to personally enroll any associate that is anywhere down the right side of your team structure. And then you are binary qualified. That's what that means. And that means that you will get 10% of the entire lesser side of your organization. Now, I do want to also provide a little bit of additional information, is you will not receive a check until you have at least 300 of volume accrued on your lesser side of your organization. Okay, so 10% of 300 would be $30. So you'll get a $30 check once you hit 300. You'll also be promoted to the rank of Director 300. Okay, so I just want to clarify that. So your volume will accrue until you have 300 points of volume on the lesser team in your team structure. At that point, you will get your first team commission check, and you will be promoted to the rank of Director 300. You'll get a certificate and a pin to recognize you for that achievement. All right. So, and to further clarify, you're not going to lose out on any money just stay active, and you'll keep continuing to accrue volume month after month. Okay, week after week, month after month, just as long as you have your personal 100 points of volume. So whenever you get that, and whenever you accrue 3 cases on your weaker side, your lesser side, if you will, of your team structure, then it will release that commission and give you 10% of the entire amount. Okay, that's all I kind of wanted to mention with just, I think that's enough. Listen, we don't want to overwhelm you here on the Q&A sessions. Just want to give you, and that's why, again, I didn't want to take the whole entire Thursday and spend an hour or two because it's a lot of information. I just wanted to, give you guys a little bit of digestible chunks. Now, if you do have a question on this, once again, please type it into the comments thread right beneath the screen, and I'd love to answer that, to clarify that. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so I'll give you some time to type in your question. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to point out a couple other sections that you may or may not be aware of. For those of you not aware, there is a main corporate site. It's called ASEAglobal.com. Once again, ASEAglobal.com. That's the corporate site. And when you go there, there's a couple of sections that you may not be aware of. One of them being the blog section. If you go to Associates and you go to blog right there, it's a great blog section. They update this periodically. See, if you notice, this last post was on July 22nd, so very recent. And it's a nice little overview on what are redox signaling molecules. So again, of course, one of the most popular questions is how do we more effectively explain the benefits and really what our technology does and how significant it is versus anything else in the health and wellness space. And it's tough. You know, you are a pioneer. Congratulations for investing the time to learn about something that 99.999% of the world isn't even aware of, because this is where true opportunity lies. Most people have to see something done before, or they have to, you know, have it told to them multiple times or see television commercials about it before they accept it. But then once that's happened, they've missed the opportunity. And I can't tell you how many people I know in the marketing space who that's what they do. They've got to do things that have already been done first before they engage in it. And they wonder why they don't have the huge amounts of success. So congratulations for everyone here for being such a visionary. Now, along that lines, if you do click on what are redox signaling molecules, you will see the description. There's a great overview here, this document, that again is going to continue to provide more and more clarification for people and make it easier for you to share this. It's a nice little cartoon explanation so people can understand how, again, our technology helps cells to repair damage, to detect damage, to replace dysfunctional cells with new healthy cells at a much more efficient rate, which is the core fundamental, pretty much most core fundamental level of all health and wellness. All right, that's one area that I wanted to share with you today, and I think that's enough. Okay, so again, if there aren't any further questions, and if you do have a question with regards, this Q&A session is with product question and technology related questions, and it's for business related questions as well. Again, just type them right beneath the screen here in the comments thread, and we'd be more than happy to answer them. If again it did feel brave, you can click on the link that I provided down there, and you'll just jump right in this virtual room, and you'll be able to ask it live on air. If not, what I would like to encourage you to do is, if you hear of any questions or maybe some concept that's been a little bit difficult for people to understand, please come back here at any time. You can always come here to trhangout.com, post the question in the comment thread, and it gives us a heads up too. Maybe we can prepare some slides and everything if it's a more complicated type of subject to help explain that. So again, at any time, type in the comments thread below, and we'll answer them on the next section live. Okay, I'm going to refresh one more time, see if there are any other questions. Okay, if not, I want to thank everyone for tuning in here and spending a little bit of time this morning here Saturday, and remind you that the next call will be a conference call Monday morning, bright and early. It's the Team Reactive Leadership in Momentum call at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon on the East Coast. That's probably the most important call of the week. We're going to get your week off to a great start. And this Monday, it is the first Monday in August, so Monday evening will be the In Touch call, the monthly In Touch call, live and direct from corporate. That's at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. And check your emails. You will get an email from us at Team Reactive reminding you about the Monday call, and you will get an email from corporate reminding you about the In Touch call. And by the way, if you're not getting reminder emails from Team Reactive, please go to teamreactive.com, and in the upper right of the screen, be sure to click on subscribe to sign up for our mailing list. Okay, and that way we make sure that you're updated, and all of your team members should be subscribed as well. Let us do the heavy lifting for you, because you're especially your effort should be focused on building your business and for looking for new associates and leadership to enroll. Okay, everyone, have a fantastic rest of your Saturday, rest of the week, and I'll see you later. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.